Hey guys, welcome back. Today I want to talk to you about natural treatments for botulism. Extremely rare, especially this day and age. And before I get started, let me just go ahead and say, if you have, you have symptoms of botulism, seek emergency medical help. Okay? I'm not telling you don't seek help. But you know me and what I do, I always, prepare for worst case scenarios, educate yourself, know what to do instead of scrambling if something happens, you can't get medical help, whatever. As far as all of this prepping community, and especially those who are new or maybe been doing it, and there's a big uptick in it, is canning, which a lot of people think, home canning, your risk of botulism is higher. And if you follow your canning correctly and safely, that's generally not an issue. Does it happen? Yes, but the rules. I'm not going to go into all that and the guidelines and what to look for and stuff like that. And there are actually botulism test strips that you can purchase. You can just look online for them. I think they take about 20 minutes. They're not a quick dipstick or whatever, but there's different ways to get through that. My thing is, if there's ever a time in our life that we cannot seek emergency help or get to a doctor, you know how it goes down, that all the things, if it may, you need to know what to do if you have these symptoms. And I will put in the description signs and symptoms to look for with botulism. And also, botulism does not just come from food. That is one of the three ways you can get it, is, or types, is like the foodborne, canning, stuff like that. Is also, infant type botulism that's why we don't give babies honey, because there are types of botulism spores that are usually in honey that us adults can read and it doesn't cause any issues, but babies cannot, because their gastrointestinal system is so young and immature. That's a high risk for them to have honey. And then the other way, which is also very rare, is through a wound. You can get botulism, because botulism can be found in the ground. So there's different ways. And, botulism has neurotoxins, which will cause the neuromuscular type symptoms. And again, I'll list those. So anyways, let's go through and I'll explain how they help and stuff like that. If, God forbid, you ever got it, thought you had it, and we were in a bad situation. Okay. So number one is garlic. And I talk about garlic. The antiviral, antibacterial properties in garlic are fantastic. And also, so it's going to destroy a lot of that type of stuff. Plus, it has so many sulfur products that because of that, it'll destroy bacteria in the gut, which will, help with that. And it's a natural detoxifier. I talk about doing that stuff with garlic anyways. So, if you, have the symptoms, think you have it. I'm not saying don't go to the doctor or emergency room, but it's 1 to 2 cloves a day. One that is fantastic, if you've been watching my channel, the fermented garlic and honey video I did, that would be a fantastic way to do this. Of course, not if it's a baby under a year old. Don't ever do the honey. Also, ginger. Ginger is your go-to for any GI problems. It can cure almost any GI ailment, and including botulism, all different types of food poisoning. So 2 tiny pieces of, ginger. I would boil that in some water and drink it. Eat those little pieces of ginger 3 times a day. That should help. Another really good one is taking Greek yogurt, plain Greek yogurt, not the one with fruit or even vanilla. Just take a plain Greek yogurt, and you can put fenugreek seeds in it and mix that up, and take about a tablespoon of that mixture once a day. So that's another good one. I'll list these for you guys. And apple cider vinegar, I should have put this first. You know how I love apple cider vinegar. It has so many benefits. Think of apple cider vinegar as your internal disinfectant. And it is, remember, as I've talked before, apple cider vinegar is alkaline, and things like, bacteria, viral things cannot live in an alkaline environment. That's why it's important to keep our pH right and not have it acidic, because those things cannot live in an alkaline environment. They have to have an acidic environment to live in. So it's good for all types of food poisoning and everything. So 2 tablespoons apple cider vinegar, put it in some warm water, like a coffee cup size. Drink that twice a day, especially one at night. Make sure one of them's at night, because it sets longer. It just helps. Milk thistle, I've talked about this before. This is your #1 go-to liver tonic, but it also cleanses our bloodstream, which is going to help remove botulism toxins from our liver and our bloodstream to take that. And milk thistle will come in different ways. So whichever way you purchase or do your milk thistle, please follow directions on that. And like I've talked before about milk thistle, it can give you a Herxheimer type reaction. So be aware of that and take whichever form you get it in, take as directed for that. I don't want to give a dosage because it's going to be different with whichever form you get. Honey, yes, honey. 3 teaspoons a day of honey, and if you do it with the garlic, fermented garlic honey, that is a great way to get them both in. Again, not for kids under 1 year of age, but you know, honey, it has so many natural properties, viral, bacterial, fungal, on and on. It will help get rid of that also. Dandelion, again, that's another cleanser, our liver, our gut, diuretic, everything. Dandelion root tea, I would say twice a day for that. Another one, goldenseal extract. I would do half a teaspoon of extract, put it in some water or juice or something, and probably 2 times a day for the goldenseal. I just recently did a video on goldenseal that I'll explain some of that also. And then echinacea, you know, that is great for our immune system because, like I always say, you know, support your immune system so it can do its job. Our bodies and our immune systems know what to do. My opinion is modern medicine, maybe stepping on toes here, has dumbed down our immune system. And so many people have dumbed down their immune system, silenced their immune system that, you know, if we would just kind of get out of its way, it would know what to do. So echinacea, half a teaspoon in some water, you know, do it like a tea, simmer it for 10 minutes or something like that, dried echinacea, or you can do like an echinacea root powder, whichever way you get it, or if you have your echinacea and you choose to dry that yourself. Either way, 3 times a day. And this is something, you know, lots of canning, different things are changing in the world. God forbid we would ever need any of these, but you know, even if you have a food poisoning or if you have a GI bug of some sort, these same things work. Same type of thing. It's just that, you know, botulism is that big scary one. Used to terrify me about canning was botulism, because it's like, oh, there's no smell, and it's so, but it really is extremely rare this day and age. And the thing is, with anything that we're uneasy about, usually is because we haven't educated ourselves on it, or we're listening to outside sources. And then yes, this is, if you had this, it can be very, very serious. But educate yourself, write these things down so you have it on hand. So God forbid something ever happened, you would know what to go ahead and start doing. And something else I want to get out there because of all the how things are going, and so many of us are canning and doing things, and I do have people ask me about concerns. I had put a poll out earlier about that with different canning stuff. So something else I hope helps you guys. Everyone stay well, God bless, and I will see you next time.